In a quiet corner of Japan, there's a little restaurant called Isshoan. The owner is incredibly beautiful. All the customers call her Senheim, even though Isshoan is tucked away in a remote spot. Every night, people travel from far and wide to eat there, but it's not because of Senheim's beauty. It's because the food at Isshoan is absolutely delicious. At a time when the economy was booming and everyone wanted fast food, Senheim stuck to traditional ways, perfecting every single step of each dish. She was probably the only one still doing it. But this morning, a man knelt in front of her. He said he'd heard Isshoan had the best food in the world and wanted to learn from the master herself. But when Jim looked up, he realized the owner was actually younger than him. He handed over his resume, but Senheim didn't even look at it. She just agreed to hire him and went back to her drink. The head chef told Jim to peel some radishes. Jim had basic skills, but before he even started, the chef stopped him. As a chef, you're not supposed to wear rings while handling food. It shows you don't respect the ingredients. Jim got sent to do chores instead. He was not happy. He'd quit his old job because he hated the way restaurants put on shows to attract customers. That was never his idea of real cooking. But after coming to Isshoan, his whole outlook on food was changed. The chefs never cut off the radish corners, and they never made hidden cuts before boiling. They simmered the radish over low heat for 5 hours. Jim was blown away with the chef's strict standards and the beautiful owner at the helm. Of course, business was great. After closing, everyone ate together. Senheim was young but had a mysterious authority over the staff. Back in his room, Jim found out his salary was only 50,000 yen a month. He was close to losing it, but everyone else was totally fine with their pay. They said the boss was super frugal. But the next day, Senheim fell in love with an old water jar at a specialty shop. She had Jim help her move it. When she saw the 2 million yen price tag, she just casually said she liked it and bought it. Jim couldn't believe she dropped 2 million on a cracked pot, but she just left it outside, letting it rest by the stream in the rain. Senheim said that's where it belonged. That night, some unexpected guests came to the restaurant. Mary was a big deal. She was the hottest cooking instructor around. She said all her dishes could be done in the microwave. She was all about convenience. Mary said Isshoan's food was fine, but you could make it just as well in a few minutes with a microwave. She called Jim over. Turns out, she was Jim's old boss from his previous restaurant. Seeing him working here, she laughed and asked if he'd learned real cooking. Jim awkwardly played along, but Mary's next question stumped both him and Senheim.
おかみさん、このお豆腐の大豆の産地はどちら？
As the owner of Isshoan, Senheim didn't even know where their potatoes came from. Everyone was shocked. Jim felt embarrassed. He started thinking working for Senheim was a mistake. So the next day, Jim decided to quit. The smell of booze in the air just made him more sure. He said he'd come to Isshoan because he didn't want to give in to trends. He wanted to learn the true art of cooking. Senheim said he had no patience, but respected his choice. But as soon as Jim got down the mountain, he saw a cooking contest in a magazine. The contestants were none other than Senheim and Mary.